American Coffee Consumption by Age Group by www.buyorganiccoffee.org. Americans drink a lot of coffee. Per capita consumption is not the highest in the world, however. The U.S. lags behind Finland, Norway, Iceland, Denmark, Netherlands, Sweden, Switzerland, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Canada. Part of that is because they simply drink more coffee in Northern Europe nations, and part is because not all age groups in the USA are keeping up with the oldest, which drinks the most coffee. American coffee consumption by age group varies from 48% to 64%, with the oldest Americans drinking the most coffee. Random American coffee drinking facts. The average worker in the USA spends just over $20 a week on coffee. While more than 80% of coffee drinkers drink coffee at home, Millennials are more likely to drink coffee at the coffee shop or at work. Workers in the 18 to 34 age group spend $24.74 a week for their coffee, while the 45 and older group pays $14.15 a week. This makes sense in that older coffee drinkers are brewing their coffee at home, and the younger set is paying Starbucks for their Java. An interesting tidbit is that nearly half of millennials spend more on coffee than they put aside for retirement. When K-Cups became popular, they helped reduce overall U.S. coffee consumption because people were not making full pots of coffee and not drinking all of their coffee to the same degree as before. Coffee consumption by age group. The lower percentage of coffee consumption is in the 18 to 24 age group at 48%. The next lowest is 53% in those aged 40 to 59 years. We go back to the 25 to 39 age group for an increase to 60% coffee drinkers. The highest coffee consumption by percentage of drinkers is in the oldest group, 60 years and older. This group is the most likely to drink more coffee at home than when out and about, and the youngest group is the least likely to have any coffee stocked at home. Who goes to the coffee shop the most? As you might have guessed, the youngest coffee drinkers who do not stock coffee at home are the ones who frequent coffee shops the most. The average age of people in the U.S. who frequent coffee shops lies in the 20 to 30-year-old range. This, by the way, is just over half of the U.S. population. Coffee type preference by age group. The older you are, the more likely it is that you brew your coffee to a tune of 65% of older folks. Just 35% of the senior group prefers alternative coffee drinks like lattes, iced coffee, or cappuccino. On the other end of the spectrum, the 18 to 24-year-old group opt for alternative coffees 55% of the time. The 35 to 44 crowd likes brewed coffee 60% of the time. What is interesting, as the millennials report increased consumption of brewed coffee as they get older. This implies that they learn their coffee drinking in a social coffee house setting, and then learn how to brew their coffee at home, which they may not have known how to do before they got to like their coffee. For more insights and useful information about organic coffee, visit www.buyorganiccoffee.org.